So on October 7th, when the war broke, I think the entire country, the first hours, nobody really understood the magnitude of this event. And when we tried to understand what is going on, we didn't, myself personally, and also military-wise, nobody really understood the immense of this event and how it's going to affect everybody. When the first hours when I came to this kibbutz, it was a war zone. There were bodies all over, just scattered, both of terrorists and of course of Israelis. You know, you look at the houses now, it looks so quiet, but it wasn't. Smoke was still coming up from the houses after they burned for several hours.
Were there families here looking for their children? Because we're standing right now where people 18 to 35 were living, and my understanding is the terrorists broke through the fence right here. They parked on either side of this neighborhood, and everyone on this street kidnapped, raped, murdered, their homes were burned. So when you come here on the 7th, are there parents looking for their children? You're seeing their children?
So the first hours, you couldn't really look for anything. There were still terrorists here in this kibbutz. We're talking about hundreds of terrorists that infiltrated this kibbutz. And they were hiding in all kinds of locations inside, waiting for the IDF forces. And there were still battles going on here till mid-Tuesday afternoon. So many hours, people didn't know anything.
You've absorbed pure horror these last 2.5 months that you've been living here. Are there any stories that will just forever stick in your heart that the world needs to hear? And they need to hear them all.
But I think what I'm taking away from here is the courage of these people, the Israeli spirit. The way that, although what they've gone through here, and they've gone through hell, some are planning on coming back here. Some actually returned. So to me, that is the hope that I was looking for. Right now, the most important mission is one, to finish our operation in Gaza, to get all the hostages back. And later we'll have time to remember and to rebuild everything, this entire region. And that's why it's so important, you know, also for CUFI community, to keep spreading that word, to keep sharing what they see. You're going back home, you're going to share it with your friends, and they will share it with their friends. That's the way, that's how to influence. We have to educate people. And I think what is unique about the Christians abroad, especially in the US, especially CUFI, is that they're part of the Israeli heartbeat. And now our heartbeat is synchronized together. Our hearts are beating together, same beat. And that is something that we need to save and to make sure it continues. And we're waiting for you all to come back.